We should do with a drunken sailor. That song needs to be out of my head. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Thank you for joining us today. Please excuse me, I'm still getting attacked by bugs. They're just freaking everywhere. It's also still very hot. So I am melting. Pretty sure Brian's melting too, but y'all won't be able to see that. He's more of a behind the camera guy. But I wanted to show y'all this really cool cemetery we found recently. It's actually really tiny. This is it. This is it. And there are some pretty old graves here. Let's get that bug off my camera. Go away. Okay. We really didn't find much information other than the fact that it's just a little family cemetery. But the cool thing is, I mean, what the heck do you even call these things? I've seen these at a few, very, very few cemeteries around here in Alabama, but like I share a name with this lady here. She's born in 1770 in Virginia. And then when you come over here, this is the oldest birth date I found so far. Rachel Holder, born in 1753. You know, I don't even think the cemetery by my brother's house had a date that old. But it did have these things right here. I don't know if there's like a certain name for them or not. But they're still pretty cool. Here's another Elizabeth. Born 1830, died 1913. And then these two gentlemen right here were Confederate soldiers in the Civil War. This young man died in battle at the age of 19 in Georgia. And I believe this one was about 36, roughly, which is Brian's age. 1863, so I'm going to assume that they both died in battle. Whew. Whew. It is officially August here in Alabama, and I don't know how it is with other southern states, but August is our hottest month, and we did just have a week with feel-like temperatures in the hundreds, which was freaking awful, and we're about to have another week just like that. So, yay, heat. I really need to get a swimming pool. But this is just, there's so much history here. When Brian and I came here a couple of days ago, checking out the cemetery, I won't lie, we geeked out really hard. Not just at like how old some of the, go. Some of the graves are, but this is history. I mean, obviously the Confederate side was not the side you wanted to be on, but that's history. So they were in the Civil War, but this lady right here, 1753, She witnessed this nation become the United States of America. She witnessed that. She was here for the Declaration of Independence. And I know I said this in my second to last video, but sometimes history isn't just old buildings and areas, it's the people who lived it. And I don't know, it pumps me up when I come to cemeteries like this because there's so much history. And I mean, all you see are a bunch of tombstones, but if you opened your mind, I am surrounded by an enormous family. If they weren't buried, there would be at least 36 people surrounding me right now. And they're all related to each other. This is all one giant family. Most of these over here, the really tiny ones, are children's graves. That kills me. Let's see, born and died 1868. So that's stillborn. Can't read that one, can't read that one. 1880 to 1881, that one's a baby. So this was before the Spanish flu took over. I'm not sure if this would have just been natural, before we had all this modern medicine and hospitals. If you had a baby, there was a 50-50 chance you and that baby weren't going to make it. So I don't know if that just happened to be natural things, or maybe something went through the area, which always seems to get the kids first. That sucks. I played some Confederate music a few minutes ago. Just to kind of see if that would trigger anything. I'm probably going to do it again. Maybe just find some other music at the time and play it for a few minutes. Not just to get a rise or anything, but you never know. They might enjoy hearing something from their time. Okay, so I am currently using a headstone to set up my camera. It's this Miss Elizabeth Meherg, I'm assuming. Meherg, one of those. So hope she doesn't mind, because last time I touched a headstone, I accidentally knocked it over. Thankfully, my dear amazing husband was there to help me pick it back up. It was an accident. I was trying to get up off the ground and it just boop, right on over. So I've got my K2 meter, and now it does that when you turn it on. It automatically just lights up. So if anybody is here with me, will you please touch this device in my hand and make the lights change. Can you see it okay? Let me see if we can actually see this on the camera, because I noticed in my previous videos it didn't work very well. Okay, you know what? Let's see. What then? Okay, so Brian's gonna hold that for me. So feel free to touch that. Let me know if it spikes. This right here, you can actually speak to me through, and it should be able to help you put out words so I can hear you. Sweat in a storm. I'm going to turn the temp sensor on. So if the temperature changes, it'll beep and I'll know. Is there anybody here with us today?
It's sort of lighting up.
Now it did that because I'm in front of it.
I know, but I'm just saying.
That's that same voice again. Whew, I can feel the sweat going down the side of my nose. It is hot. My name is Elizabeth. This is my husband, Brian. Elizabeth, it just said my name. Now, I've noticed there are 2 other Elizabeths here. There's an Elizabeth Mayhard. I apologize if I'm slaughtering that. And I believe an Elizabeth Walker. Can you please tell me your last name so I know who I'm speaking with? I'm not sure. Temperature's changing. It's getting cooler. I can tell. I'm also getting that goosebump feeling. Is there somebody here with us? My name is Elizabeth, but please feel free to call me Liz. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi. What's your name? I'm not sure. You're probably seeing words I put up at the bottom of the screen because sometimes I can hear it better on the computer than I can in person because this thing's loud. I guess I need to shut up. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Were you born in Alabama? Or were you born in Virginia? Temperature's changing again. It is 88 degrees outside. This is telling me the temperature's going down. Were you a soldier in the Civil War, or did you know somebody in the Civil War? What about the Revolutionary War? Against the Redcoats? It's a lot of voices. The last time I used this same suite, it's quiet. I got that one voice that said sorry. What's it doing? Oh. It's that cool breeze again. I can feel the electricity on my skin. Like I'm starting to form goosebumps. What was that? Is there a Rachel Holder here? What about the Chitwood family? It's never done this before. Are you touching my device? Are you making it make this high-pitched noise? The more I sweat, the more the gnats attack me. That's the temperature. Did you hear that? How many sweeps was that? That sounded like freaking demonic. That's Brian walking around me. He's headed to get the stationary camera. I've never had this do that. Okay, we're gonna set up differently. There's a voice coming through it. I mean, it's just constant. I'm cold. I'm getting cold. I mean, the bugs are still attacking me. You can stop now. The temperature is on, but when the temperature changes, this light right here lights up, and it hasn't been doing that when it's been making that noise. Only good and light shall be around us. That's the temperature. I thought it was the temperature. All right, temp's off. I hear talking. I hear talking over here. Yeah. No, I heard two men talking.
There's something down there.
Okay, so Brian's checking around for me because while we were doing the session, it sounded like two men talking over here. But, I mean, we're surrounded by farmland and one house, which is probably half a mile that way. There should be nothing.
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
I feel like I'd be able to see.
Yeah. No, I heard that, but I think that was an animal. This hasn't really done anything,
Now, it moved a little bit at first.
but I think that had to do with this. So I'm going to turn that off for now. We're going to try the SB7 box again, but without the temperature. And we'll see if it stops making that high-pitched noise. The thing that was getting me was, even though it was making that high-pitched noise, it was still going through the channels. And with every single channel was the same, like, creepy, demonic-sounding voice. Okay, that's a car going by. All I heard was, whew. See, now I'm getting hot again. I was getting cold. There's a cold spot right there, but now it's just getting toasty. And the gnats are getting worse the more I sweat. Okay, let's try this. Alright, I do not have the temperature on. May I get the name of the person who's been trying to talk to us? Kind of sound like Mike. Am I speaking with a man? A woman? Can you tell me what year it is? Oh, it scared me. I was like, what is that? It sounded like you said, do you hear that or do you hear me? I do hear you. Sorry, I know I keep moving. It's kind of hard to stand still with all these gnats. They either said God or Todd. God's name is Todd. Did you know that the South lost the war against the North? Yes. I need a fan. Can you tell me what the name of the president is? I swear it just said Lincoln. I can't wait to go back over that. I probably already put the words up. Here, we take this. I forgot to peel that off this when I bought it. I have no pockets. There's no such thing as pockets for women. Speaking of which, I guess I need to make sure my phone's still recording my audio. I think it just said alchemy. This is definitely not alchemy or witchcraft. It's like I said, this thing, it's like when the wheel was invented. Somebody came up with it. It's the same thing with this. Somebody invented it. I assure you, it's not witchcraft. Weird. Oh, yeah. I can understand that it's weird because we are from different eras. The year I'm in right now is 2021, or year of our Lord 2021. It's been a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while. Use my dowsing rods. I still got the K2 meter out. I guess if you'll hold that for me, that'd be great. And I've still got this out, but I'm not gonna use it as a radio. I'm just gonna use it for the temperature. So we'll hear it go off if the temperature changes, which I think it will because I can tell it's getting cooler. Okay, can you see the dowsing rods on here if I hold them like this?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, I've been drinking a Monster, so I'm a little caffeinated. But I will do my very best to keep these still. You said these men's name were what? James and...
There's James.
Temperature's changing.
There's James Walker and David Nelson.
James Walker and David Nelson. Okay. Please cross the rods for yes and push them apart for no. Now I am moving just a little bit because I don't want them to be exactly side by side. Please cross for yes. Okay. Wow. Okay. Is there a James Walker here? 19-year-old James Walker. Okay. That's a yes. Is there also
David Nelson.
a David Nelson here? I think I actually knew a David Nelson. Is there a David Nelson here? 36 years old. Same age as my husband right here. James, are you here with us? Elizabeth, are you here with us? Is there anyone here with us? Please cross the rods for yes. Is there an elemental here with us? See, that's so weird. That's so weird because, and I'm sure a lot of y'all who use dowsing rods can agree with me, when they move, when they start moving, you can feel it. You can kind of feel the electricity, the tingling in your arms and your hands. But when it's stationary, when there's nothing there, you don't feel anything. That's how it felt just now. There was just nothing. But when it moved, when it did cross that first time, I could feel it in my hands and my arms. Whew, okay. More sweat dripping down my face. And that's weird because I don't sweat. I don't know, it's like a family thing. Nobody in my family sweats, but I'm freaking condensating.
You hear that?
What the hell was that? Was that a growl? I mean, there's a road over here, a highway, but you can hear the cars in the distances. Like, you can hear the tires on the pavement. This was like...
I heard.
That's what I heard. Hopefully the camera picked up that growl.
It was close.
It sounded like it was right here on the other side of these little trees. It's a yellowhammer. That's the third yellowhammer I've seen since my mom died. Y'all, yellowhammers are the state bird, but I've never seen one in my entire life until my mom died a couple of months ago at the end of April. That's the third one I've seen since she died. That is incredible. It just gave us a damn show. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. It's still here.
It's still, look at that. I guess I could show y'all. Beware the noise. I don't have my microphone on. Oh man, I might have waited too long.
Might not be able to see in the pine tree.
Yeah. It's curious. Usually they just fly away, but it's giving us a show. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Kind of makes me want to cry. It's still there in the tree. What am I hearing?
I know, I'm hearing something.
That's incredible. Something growls at us, and something that represents my mom immediately comes to us. We took a little bit of a break. Wasn't really a break. Cooled off. Now the temperature in the car says that, you know, when we got here it was 88 degrees. Now it's 86 degrees. It makes sense. It's basically sunset. Sun's starting to go closer to the horizon. This area was Porch Creek Nation, and they were here until the late 1800s when white man started pushing them out of their area. And the cool thing is, where we live, because we're in Blount County, we have 2 acres of land, and when we finally were able to explore the wooded part of our land, we waited till winter because there's so much poison ivy. We have a tree on our property, and it is clearly a trailhead marker. I don't know if any of y'all know, but especially with Native American tribes, they would take young saplings and bend them into a certain shape and let them grow that way. That way, as they moved through the land, they would know they were going the right direction, and they typically pointed towards water. Ours points towards the little, no, not the Little Cahaba. One of the rivers around here. I don't remember which one. I'll put it here. So it's really cool. We have Native American history on our property, and we're gonna do everything we can to make sure that tree stays safe. Elizabeth, did you hear that? I wasn't sleeping, so it was on one station. I keep hearing my name. Is someone trying to get my attention? Steven. Is there a Steven here? Brian. Is there a Steven here with us? I heard Mike again. Will you please say my name again so I know that you are trying to talk to me? Will you please say Elizabeth? What about Brian? Elizabeth. From what I can tell, there are technically 3 Elizabeths in the cemetery, myself included. Are there any Creek Indians here with us? May I please have the name of the person trying to speak with us? Did a bug just touch me? I just had, Brian, I just had something touch me right there. Was it? It's quiet now. We're gonna start getting ready to leave here in just a second. All of our stuff is dying. This is your last chance to say something. Can we come back and visit you again? Alright guys, that's the end of our video for today. Sun's starting to set, all of our batteries are dying, I need to go home and charge everything. And I mean, it was very interesting. We plan on coming back here, and I actually would really like to do a nighttime investigation. I feel like that is a possibility with this cemetery. So we will most definitely work on that. Squirrel. Okay. On that note, y'all stay freaking spooky. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Perfect.